So, working on my 2013 Karma, I was having trouble with the back band. It's constantly going down low on my hip, and I did a little hack and redid the pull cord and strung them up higher instead of down low, but it still kept going down even though this got it up. And all this bungee is just one piece that held up the back band, and they had it strung through these holes and through the bottom and the top of this back band, and it's all stretched out, debungified, worthless. So I've been wanting to replace that for quite some time. I went down to Home Depot and I couldn't find any of this in bulk, which means I would have to run to another town which is 30 plus miles north of me, which would have wasted an hour of my day. So instead, I bought these. These are the 12 inchers, and they're basically these bubble cords, and they got the bungees. Now the bungee's a little bit bigger, so I cut the bubbles off because I couldn't get them pushed through and untied. So I just cut them off, and I ran one through here. This is one single one, and I put these cords or tighteners up here, which will help me tighten that back band up. I couldn't find the other ones that I had spares for this side because these sides didn't have them, because the two tighteners here were on this side and that side on one continuous string. So what I did to get this up higher, you can see now it's way higher, and if I tighten it up on there, it's even higher. And I've got back issues, so this is going to be a big improvement. But I didn't string them through the top loops. So what I did is I strung this through the two bottom loops here that Jackson made on their seats, and I put the adjusters on this side and this side underneath here. This one here, I tied a knot in one end, strung it through and in and back out, and then I grabbed the big back band loop and I just tied it to that because I didn't have any more adjustments. But that one doesn't need adjusting because it's close to the edge and it'll flex forward and back. But this one will be able to have to adjust as this wears out, or I want it tighter or looser. And it also allows me to pivot this and stick stuff in up or down. But yeah, so now I got to get to work on this part. These are all debungified and stretched out and wore out over the years here. So I'm gonna get to work on that, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, so I cut these off because they were totally worthless, and the bungee cord that I got is too big to fit in that hole. So sometimes when you're drilling plastic, you can drill too far because the power drill is just too fast, and it gets too hot and it can melt the plastic. So if you have one of these, a tap and die set, get the T-handle chuck on it and put your drill in there, and you can hand drill these holes out bigger, slower, and not worry about going too far. And when you do that, you can make the hole bigger without worrying about going too fast too far. Okay, I need a bigger. All right, got a bigger drill bit on there. And what's nice about this, you can just walk it in. See how it just pulls that plastic up. And go through. No muss, no fuss. That's big enough for me to get that down in through there. clean it up a little bit. That's an easy way to drill plastic without going whoop and drilling farther than you need to. Little hack for you. All right, there it is. I took this set and I crossed them because normally I throw like my emergency rope right there. So it'll be just enough to tighten it down in the middle and get it out quick. And these here, I added an extra loop, and I couldn't get into the side hole where Jackson had put the side hole in there with my hand drill, so I just drilled it out here and then slid them back and then tied the knot on and pulled them through. And I put an extra one here, so I got two up here, and basically did the same here. I hand drilled this hole and started that hole. Hand drilled these holes, but these two holes down here are too low. I couldn't turn my hand drill, so I had to use a power drill down there. So no big deal. It was just going into the foam bulkhead anyway. So anyway, there is that. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 there, and I crossed that one. It should work pretty good. I can clip my carabiner on there for my throw rope to keep it in there, and it won't go flopping around. These are all done, so when I tighten up the back band, you can see how much taller that will be on my back. That'll feel so much better. And hooking it on the lower ones and not the top ones is really preventing it from sliding down. So anyway, seat hacks, gear hacks. If you can't find these bungee cords that are of size, and the closest thing you got is Home Depot, go down and get a set of these to do all that there, all this, and all this. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. And 8 comes in a pack. So yeah, for $9, $10 for 8. You can fix your back bands, your bungee cords and stuff. I've got a few other kayaks that have bungee stuff that I'm going to replace. So I'm going to get started on that. So that's my 2013 Karma. She's back up and running again. I don't know how many more years of life she's got in her. Got a lot of grooves and scratches and stuff, and the bottom's oil canning a bit. But she's still good to go. All right, talk to you later. Well, since I was at it, I decided to fix my bungees on my bulkhead, because as you can see, there's no stretching out. So just doing the same thing, using the same process, fixing that up. All right, and now she'll be all done.